On November 26, 2019, 5 Legionaries of Christ celebrate 50 years of priesthood. Brian Farrell was born in 1944 in Dublin, Ireland. He joined the Legion in Bundoran in the summer of '62. He did his novitiate and humanities in Spain and began philosophy in Rome in 1963. From 1966 until 1969, Brian Farrell was on internship in the newly founded novitiate of Woodmont in the United States. He was ordained a priest on November 26, 1969, in Our Lady of Guadalupe and St. Philip Martyr in Rome, by Cardinal Ildebrando Antonucci, then prefect of the Congregation for Religious. Father Brian was instructor of novices in the United States from 1969 to 1973, when he returned to Rome to further his studies. From 1981 until 2002, he worked in the Secretariat of State in the Vatican, and in 2002, Pope John Paul II named him Secretary of the Pontifical Council for the Unity of Christians.
Credo che in tutto questo abbiamo bisogno dell'appoggio, della vicinanza e della preghiera di tutti voi. Grazie.
Ángel Llorente Martín was born in 1942 in Spain. He joined the minor seminary in Ontaneda in the late 50s and entered the novitiate in 1959. After his novitiate and humanities, he was on internship in the Cumbre School in Mexico City from 1962 until 1966, when he went to Rome to study philosophy and theology. He was ordained a priest on November 26, 1969, in Our Lady of Guadalupe and St. Philip Martyr in Rome. From 1970 to 1972, he was rector of the minor seminary in Mexico City, after which he spent 21 years promoting youth work in Rome and Spain. From 1993 until the year 2000, he was chaplain in the Cumbre School in Santiago de Chile. From 2001, he worked as chaplain and vocations promoter in Brazil, Mexico, and Chile. Father Ángel is currently working in the Francisco de Vitoria University in Madrid.
Per i nostri fratelli, che oggi nell'Eucaristia rendono grazie per il 50° anniversario della loro ordinazione, perché il Signore dia loro forza e salute per una rinnovata esperienza del dono ricevuto. Preghiamo. Ascoltaci, o Signore.
Thomas Moylan was born in September 1942 in Dublin, Ireland. He joined the Legion in 1961 in Bundoran, Ireland. He made his first religious profession in Salamanca, Spain in 1963, and studied philosophy and theology in Rome beginning in 1964. He was ordained a priest on November 26, 1969, in Our Lady of Guadalupe and St. Philip Martyr in Rome. In 1971, he was in Mexico City in the Irish Institute. In the years that ran from 1975 to 1985, Father Thomas Moylan carried out his ministry in the prelature of Chetumal. He was rector in Ireland from 1985 until 1990, when he left for the United States and worked in Oaklawn Academy until 2008. Then, after spending 3 years in Phoenix, Arizona, Father Thomas returned to the prelature of Cancún, Chetumal.
Sacrificio di riconciliazione, dona Padre pace e salvezza al mondo intero.
Octavio Acevedo was born in Mexico in 1943. He entered the minor seminary in 1954 and 5 years later joined the novitiate in Salamanca, Spain. He began his philosophy studies in 1963. He was ordained a priest on November 26, 1969 in Our Lady of Guadalupe and St. Philip Martyr Basilica in Rome by Cardinal Ildebrando Antoniuti, then prefect of the Congregation for Religious. From 1971 till 1974, Father Acevedo studied in Madrid. He then worked in Salamanca until 1980, when he was named General Delegate for the Americas. From 1988 on, he was the Territorial Prefect of Studies. 2009 saw Father Acevedo working in the prelature of Cancún Chetumal until he returned to Mexico City in 2013, where he currently works with Regnum Christi Women. Two other priests of the same generation celebrated their 50th anniversary this day, Father Rosendo Silva and Father Rodolfo Preciado. Both now carry out their priestly ministry in Orange, California. Fernando Verges was born in Salamanca, Spain in 1945. He joined the minor seminary in Ontaneda in 1954 and began his novitiate in 1960. He studied his philosophy and theology in Rome with a break for internship in Mexico, where he worked as a fundraiser. He was ordained a priest on November 26, 1969 in Our Lady of Guadalupe and St. Philip Martyr Basilica in Rome. From 1972 until 1984, he worked in the Congregation for Religious, and from 1984 until 2004 in the Pontifical Council for the Laity. During much of this time, he worked closely with Cardinal Eduardo Pironio. In 2004, Father Fernando was put in charge of the Internet Office in the Vatican. In 2013, he was named Secretary General of the Governorate of the Vatican City State. In that same year of 2013, Fernando Verges was ordained a bishop by Pope Francis.
A nome di Monsignor Brian Farrell e dei confratelli di ordinazione che celebriamo il Giubileo sacerdotale, rivolgo un particolare ringraziamento a tutti voi che avete pregato con noi e per noi in questa solenne concelebrazione. Il nostro pensiero devoto e riconoscente si rivolge innanzitutto al Santo Padre Francesco, che ha voluto essere presente con il suo messaggio di augurio e benedizione e che ha avuto la delicatezza questa mattina dall'aereo che lo riportava a Roma di inviarci questo messaggio. In questo giorno dove ricorre il vostro 50 anniversario, vi sono vicino e prego per voi, Francesco.
We thank these legionaries for their testimony of fidelity, and we pray for them as they continue in the service of the Church.